Do you remember that one friend who knew exactly how your milk smelled when you laughed too hard? For Liam and Emma, the whole neighborhood was their kingdom, and they were the chaotic rulers. They spent every single day together, scraping knees and sharing secrets that felt huge back then. School was just a place they had to go to plan their next afternoon adventure. If Liam was in trouble, Emma was there to defend him with her loud voice. If Emma was sad, Liam was the first one to offer her his favorite candy. They didn't need words to understand each other because their hearts beat in the same rhythm. People used to say they were like two peas in a pod, inseparable and wild. Looking at them, you would think this pure happiness would last forever. They truly believed that growing up was something that happened to other people, not them. In their little world, friendship was the only law that mattered. They were simply happy, unaware of the complex world waiting for them. But as we all know, time has a funny way of pushing people onto different paths. The seasons changed, they grew taller, and the playground was replaced by college applications. The day finally came when they had to pack their bags and head in opposite directions. They promised to write, to call, and to never let this bond break. "See you next holiday," they said, hugging each other tightly at the train station. However, life got busy, as it always does for young adults chasing dreams. Phone calls turned into text messages, and text messages eventually turned into silence. New friends, new cities, and new challenges slowly filled the space they once held for each other. They didn't mean to drift apart, it just happened quietly, like leaves falling in autumn. The memories of their childhood started to fade into the background of their busy lives. They were becoming strangers who just happened to share a beautiful history. And just like that, 20 years passed by in the blink of an eye. Welcome to the fabulous 40s, where your back hurts for no reason and coffee is a survival tool. Liam is now a successful architect, but his eyes look tired behind those glasses. He spends his days smiling at clients, wearing a mask of confidence he doesn't feel. Emma, on the other hand, is navigating the stormy seas of corporate management. She is surrounded by people, yet she feels more lonely than ever before. The friends they made as adults are polite, professional, but they don't know the real them. They have money and stability, but something essential is missing from their hearts. They both carry hidden scars from failed relationships and the pressure of expectations. Life has become a series of, "I'm fine," and, "Good, how are you?" They walk through the gray city, feeling like small gears in a giant machine. Deep down, they miss the days when they could just cry over a scraped knee. They are successful adults, but inside, they are just lost children waiting to be found. Fate, however, loves to play pranks when you least expect them. One sunny afternoon, Liam decided to eat his lunch on a park bench. In a moment of clumsiness, his sandwich decided to jump right onto his nice clean pants. A loud, familiar laughter erupted from behind him, startling the pigeons nearby. He turned around, ready to be annoyed, but froze when he saw that smile. It was a smile he hadn't seen in 2 decades, but recognized instantly. Emma was standing there, pointing at the stain on his trousers, laughing uncontrollably. "You still eat like a toddler, Liam," she shouted, wiping tears from her eyes. Time seemed to stop as the years melted away in a single second. The awkwardness of adulthood vanished, replaced by the comfort of their shared past. They stood there, 2 40-year-olds, staring at each other in the middle of a busy park. It was the kind of miracle that only happens in movies, or perhaps, in destiny. They ended up in a cozy little pub, just like the old days, but with better drinks. Usually, meeting an old friend involves awkward silences and polite questions about jobs. But with these two, it was like someone just pressed the unmute button. They talked over each other, interrupting stories with loud bursts of laughter. Liam didn't have to pretend to be the smart architect who knows everything. Emma didn't have to be the strong manager who never makes mistakes. They made fun of each other's wrinkles and gray hairs without any mercy. It felt incredibly refreshing to be with someone who knew the you before the world changed you. The heavy armor they wore for society was taken off and left at the door. Beer glasses clinked as they toasted to the lost time and the lucky reunion. For the first time in years, their smiles reached all the way to their eyes. They realized that while they had aged, their souls were still those kids from the block. As the night deepened, the laughter slowly turned into softer, more honest whispers. Walking along the quiet river, the masks finally came off completely. Liam confessed about his divorce and how quiet his house feels at night. He spoke of the loneliness that creeps in even when he is surrounded by people. Emma opened up about her burnout and the fear that she wasted her youth chasing money. She admitted that she cries in her car before walking into her office. These were secrets they couldn't tell their adult friends for fear of being judged. But here, under the moonlight, there was no judgment, only deep understanding. They listened not to reply, but to hold the weight of each other's pain. It turns out, they were both wounded soldiers looking for a safe place to rest. Sharing the burden made the heavy backpack of life feel a little lighter. They realized they weren't alone in their struggles anymore. Suddenly, Emma stopped and pointed at a deserted playground across the street. "I bet you can't jump off the swing as far as you used to," she challenged. Liam grinned, the sadness momentarily replaced by a spark of competition. In their expensive clothes, two 40-year-olds ran towards the swings like maniacs. They swung higher and higher, kicking their legs at the starry sky. The wind blew through their hair, washing away the stress of mortgages and meetings. They went down the slide, not caring if their clothes got dirty or wrinkled. It was silly, it was childish, and it was exactly what they needed. Why do we stop playing just because we have candles on a birthday cake? In that moment, the healing wasn't coming from therapy, but from pure, unadulterated play. They were reclaiming the joy that adulthood had tried to steal from them. The playground became a sanctuary where time reversed itself. After the adrenaline faded, they sat on the merry-go-round, catching their breath. They looked at each other, messy hair and dirt on their shoes, and started giggling. The giggles turned into laughter, and then, surprisingly, into tears. But these weren't tears of sadness, they were tears of immense relief and release. Liam cried for the years he spent trying to be strong for everyone else. Emma cried for the little girl inside her who just wanted to be hugged. They sat shoulder to shoulder, letting the tears flow without any shame. There is a special power in crying with someone who knew you before you were broken. It was a detox for their souls, washing away decades of built-up dust. They didn't need to say, "It's going to be okay," because they felt it. In the silence of the night, their broken pieces started to fit back together. They were healing each other simply by being there, present and real. The sun rose on a new chapter of their lives, and things were different now. They didn't move in together or get married, they did something better. They became the constant anchors in each other's wavy lives. Weekends were no longer spent sleeping alone or working overtime in the office. Now, they went grocery shopping together, arguing over which cereal was healthier. They went camping, burning marshmallows and telling ghost stories like kids. Liam helped Emma fix her leaky sink, and Emma helped Liam pick out new shirts. The loneliness that had plagued their 40s was replaced by warm companionship. They had their own inside jokes again, confusing everyone else around them. It wasn't a romance novel, it was a story of profound, platonic love. They realized that a soulmate doesn't always have to be a romantic partner. Life was still hard, but tackling it with a best friend made it an adventure. Looking at them now, you can see the stark contrast in their relationships. With their colleagues, they are still polite, sipping wine and talking about stocks. But the moment they leave those parties, they rush to each other's comfort. They change into sweatpants, order greasy pizza, and watch terrible movies on the couch. There is no need to impress, no need to perform, and no need to explain. They found that true luxury isn't a fancy car, but being comfortable in silence. The wounds from the past didn't disappear, but they stopped hurting so much. They act as a balm for each other's scratches, applying laughter as medicine. Unlike the fleeting friendships of adulthood, this bond was forged in the fire of youth. They proved that you can indeed go home again, if home is a person. They are the guardians of each other's history and the cheerleaders for their future. Being 40 suddenly didn't feel so old, it felt like a new beginning. So, here is the lesson from the story of Liam and Emma. Life will send storms, it will separate you, and it will try to break you. But if you are lucky enough to find that person who knew you when you were small, hold on tight. Friendship is the most underrated medicine in the world. They walked forward into the sunset, not knowing what tomorrow would bring. But it didn't matter, because they knew they wouldn't be facing it alone. Their steps were light, their hearts were full, and their laughter echoed down the road. They healed their past by embracing their present together. Maybe growing up isn't about leaving childhood behind, but carrying it with you. And the best place to carry it is in the heart of an old friend. As the sun goes down, their shadows lengthen, merging into one happy shape. Here's to the friends who become family, and to the beautiful, messy journey of life.
True friendship isn't about being inseparable. It's about being separated and finding nothing has changed.
Please hit that like button. And if you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.